I grew up standardized test taking, filling boxes on Scantrons that supposedly matched my description, so you can imagine my confusion when the directions read, select one. Stunned, nervous and fidgeting, elementary school desk sitting, olive complexioned, wild hair wind whipped uncontrollably, one of the many faces of duality, mixed ethnicity, a look of racial ambiguity. I am the second daughter of interracial relations, and my parents are still married. Diversity is my reality. I see it seated at the dinner table with me, and we have never shied away from the topic of conversation. So excuse my frustration when my parents' sacrifice for a better education all boiled down to which parent got my selection. I have always been mixed and proud, and I wasn't the only mixed kid in the crowd, and so I wondered, how did they make their mark? I remember coming in from playing with a friend, also mixed. Matter of fact, we looked like twins, and her mother posed the question, how do you identify? And she said, Black. And just like that, I watched her mother's white shame grace her face, as if somehow in that one instance, her single parenting had been erased. What a shame. We feel like we don't have the right to go both ways, and our systematic education just perpetuates that phase. Diversity is America's common ground. I know, because that's how I came around, and so astounded I'm standing when our institutions are demanding that I deny half my parenting so you can see clearly which box got my mark. Any extra, excess, or outside marks might disrupt the results of this exam. And just like that, I can hear the man further try to silence, slicing at the tongues of my ancestors, but my parents and their parents and the parents of their parents' parents, they all deserve to be acknowledged. They farmed and fed, sewed and swept, broken French and country dialect. They are all pieces of me, and I represent them equally. We're not meant to fit into prisons. This land does not thrive on borders and distinctions, and I refuse to lose half my lineage based on line items on a Scantron. My family was midwives and military men, builders, teachers, nurturers, and healers, and they deserve better than to be pressed into some box. It's not that simple. Our people are not that simple. We were not conceived with the idea in mind of what standardized test box we would fit into. We are kaleidoscope fission. The image changes depending on the way that you twist it. Being mixed and diverse is how we fit into a country that's supposed to be welcoming and free. I remember learning of segregation and slavery, and I asked my teacher, what would happen to people who look like me? You would not exist, was her reply as she dismissed the makeup of my life, and I watched as the laugh lines that graced the face of each classmate traced my bloodlines down to dust. The class moved on, but I fell into a silent hush, clutching to my identity as if it could so easily be stripped from me, dismissed and tossed out quick like the discarded sections of the Sunday paper that my interracial parents peruse over their morning coffee. The class had lost me, in a feeling more isolating than I had ever wanted to be accustomed to. Our identities are not exclusive. They are melting pot mixed in. They should be praised, celebrated, and paraded in the streets. They are Mardi Gras and gumbo pots and 1,200-acre farms and the best damn corn on the cob, and those acres cannot fit inside your boxes. We have all come here by way of some immigrants' travels, and those travels surpass borders and boxes. They cannot be isolated and locked in. Your Scantron does not define them. I cannot be lined in. My parents will not be eraser marked out. And so I stand here, still olive complexioned, still wild hair wind whipped uncontrollably, refusing to be boxed in, refusing to leave my identity out, refusing to be isolated, locked up, and tied down. I am mixed and proud, and there is no box for me here.
Yo, no, there isn't. Let's go. Lana LosAngeles in the cuss.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the Clique.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. This is a dream come true. Hang with y'all.
Already,
heavy hitters over here. Heavy hitters.
Already a Clique member, though. She recently helped out. She helped out with the Poetry Art Gallery last year.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying?